Welcome everybody to Easy Yoga for Beginners, and this is part 5. So spinal mobility, simple as that. Grab a cushion, a mat, find somewhere nice and comfortable. Let's get started. We can leave the cushion under the base of the spine. We're going to continue with Sufi breathing. So I want you to sit with the legs crossed or in an easy lotus position, or simply in this position, or even a half lotus if you wish to. And placing both hands on the knees, we're going to inhale on the way forward and on the way back, and then exhale as we come back forward again. And we do this in our own time. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Try and keep the head as still as possible here and allow the spine to do the work. So just feel this arching of the back. Gentle movement of the spine. And then we can just change direction. So if you come forward, then again we go back in the opposite direction. It's almost like painting a circle with your spine. Good. And when we come forward again, we can just relax the shoulders again, closing the eyes. Just maybe conscious of the muscles surrounding your spine. And then we gently open the eyes again. Now we can remove the cushion. Just place it somewhere where it's going to be handy if you need it later. And we're going to come to the knees and the hands. I'm going to continue into cat-cow, which we've been doing for the last couple of lessons. So we're going to move the knees out, so then a nice straight line with the wrists. Feet are in a straight line with the knees, and then we curl up the toes and drop the head down between the arms. We then inhale, bringing the back down towards the mat, lift the head, and then extend the shoulders as we look up. We exhale through the mouth and push up. Stomach in at the top. Inhale, we bring the back down again. Keep the stomach in here. Lift the head and extend the shoulders. And exhale. Pushing up maximum. 2 more times. Inhale, the back comes down. Lift the tailbone towards the top of the room. Extend the shoulders, looking up. And exhale. Tailbone as much as possible between the legs. And one more time. Inhale, remembering to keep the stomach in, back down, lift the head and extend your shoulders. And then exhale. Pushing up maximum. Good. We then relax the back, relax the stomach muscles, and we can straighten the feet. Good. Okay, so again, check that the knees are in a straight line with your hands. Check the feet again in a straight line. And once more, we're going to curl up the toes. And we're going to continue with the lateral cat cow. So remember, this is something we did in the last lesson. So we inhale, lift the head, look forward. And exhale, pushing the spine out to the left. We then look to the right hip Remember to keep the right hip sort of forward towards the side of the mat so you can see it. Inhale, we come to the center, and exhale as we push the spine out to the right now and looking to the left hip. Inhale, we come to the center. Exhale, spine out first to the left, look to the right hip. Inhale, we come to the center. And exhale, pushing the spine out to the right and looking to the left hip. Inhale, we come to the center. We're going to do this one more time. Exhale, looking to the right hip. Inhale, we come to the center. And exhale, we look to the left. And inhale, we come forward again. Now we can move the hands just forward, so that if you take the right hand and place it in front of your left hand, just on the long finger, and then just move the hand over so it again is in front of your shoulder. And I'm going to bring the left hand parallel to the right. We can leave the toes up, and we're going to go into circular cat-cow. So we just drift the hand across there. Good, Marlon. All right, so we're just going to go back. Inhale. Push the spine out. Exhale, we come forward. And we can do this in our own time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to change direction. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. So we bring the hands back under the shoulders again. Good. Bring the knees again so they're in a straight line with your hands, and of course we can straighten the feet. Bring the knees together in the center, and just gently going to come back with the buttocks to the feet, and we slide the hands along the mat up over the knees and relaxing into hero. But we're not going to stay in this position today. We're going to sit side. I'm going to face you so you can see what we're doing, and we're going to continue with simple spinal twist. So we're going to bend the left knee, making sure that the left knee is straight forward from your hip. So you can face the front of the room. Good. Sit on the long side of your mat. Make sure that the upper leg is parallel with the short end of the mat. And then we're going to place the right foot on the outside of the left knee. Checking, of course, as always, that the front of the ankle and the front of the knee are in a straight line. And as I said, this is the easy version, so we're just going to either use the hand to hold this position, having one hand behind the hip, or we can bring the elbow around and just hold the left wrist with the right hand and allow the right arm to be heavy here so that it gently brings the arm down, and just holding this position. Inhale, looking forward, and exhale, gently turning the head and looking behind you. Inhale, we come forward, and exhale as we look again behind us. Inhale, we come forward one more time, and exhale, again looking behind you. And then one last time, inhale, coming forward, and exhale, again looking behind you. We then release this position and directly change sides. So now having the right knee straight forward from the hip, again upper part of the leg parallel now with the short end of the mat, and placing the left foot on the outside of the right knee. Again, check with the hands, make sure the foot is in the correct position. And as I said last week, if you can't bring the foot into this position, you can have a little bit further forward. Good. So again, choosing whether you use the hand or if you're going to bring the elbow around. This time, of course, holding the right wrist with your left hand and allowing the left arm to be as heavy as possible. So just gently pulling that down with the shoulder and the weight of the arm. Good. Then we inhale, looking forward. And we exhale, gently turning the head and looking behind you. Inhale, we come forward. And exhale, looking behind you. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. I do one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale as we come forward, and of course we release the position. Good. Now we're going to sit with the legs crossed or in a half lotus position. And continue into a little deeper spinal twist. So half lotus, of course, is bringing right foot up onto the left thigh. And if that's not possible, just right leg in front of the left leg, sitting with the legs crossed. Good. So we're going to place the right hand on the floor behind the hip, relatively close to the body so that we can straighten the arm. This sort of lengthens the spine. And we're going to place the back of the left hand on the outside of the right knee. And then we inhale again, looking forward. Exhale as we turn, but this time pressing the left hand into the knee so we get that slightly more rotation in the spine here. Hold the shoulder back. Inhale, we bring the head forward. So try and keep the right shoulder back. And then exhale, gently turning the head and looking behind you. Inhale as we come forward with the head. Exhale. You're going to start to look behind your back. Inhale, you come forward. And exhale, again looking behind your back. So even using the muscles in the eyes. One more time. Inhale, we come forward. And exhale, looking behind you. We then release the position, coming gently back to the center. And we're going to change to half lotus or with the legs crossed in the opposite direction. Good. So remember, if it's not comfortable to sit in the half lotus position, just sit with the legs crossed. Good. Now placing the left hand behind the hip again into the body so that we can straighten the spine, lengthening to the top of the head. And now placing the back of the right hand on the outside of the left knee. We inhale, looking forward, and exhale as we gently now press the right hand into the knee. Hold the left shoulder back as we inhale, coming forward with the head. And exhale as again we press gently into the knee, holding this rotation. Inhale, coming forward. And exhale, gently looking behind you. Two more times. Inhale, come forward, remembering to keep the left shoulder back. Exhale, looking again behind the back, using the muscles in the eyes. Hold this position with the shoulder. Inhale one more time as we come forward. And exhale as we look behind us. And again, we gently release the position. Here we can rest the hands on the knees. We can close the eyes. We can have the palms up or down. It's entirely up to you. And just feel the muscles surrounding your backbone, the right and the left side of the backbone. Take a couple of deep, long inhales and exhales. Good, excellent. Now we're going to take a bolster or a bunch of cushions and we're going to place the end of the bolster on the outside of your left hip, so you can sort of have it almost parallel to the back of the mat if you like as well. And then we're going to bring the upper part of the leg again at sort of 90 degrees or parallel to the short end of the mat, and the lower part of the leg is going to be parallel with the outside of the mat. So upper leg parallel with the short end and lower leg parallel with the outside of the mat. Approximately 90 degrees with the foot and the ankle as well. Now we're going to place the right knee behind the left heel. So it's the lower part of the right leg is parallel now with the opposite end of your mat. And again, approximately 90 degrees here. And then we're just going to roll out onto the bolster and you lie down. You can just face forward here and come into supported twisted deer. And here I want you to take a nice long slow breathing in and out, allowing yourself to sink down towards the earth beneath you each time you exhale. Make sure the shoulders are nice and relaxed, lower back, the hips, and then we're going to gently come out of this position. Good. So we're going to directly change sides. So we move the bolster now over to the right side of your body, parallel alongside the mat and against the hip, of course, again. Upper part of the right leg now parallel with the short end of the mat, and lower part of the leg parallel with the outside of the mat. Bringing the left knee then behind the right heel and making sure now that the lower part of the leg is now parallel with the opposite side of the mat. And we just turn out towards the bolster or the cushions and we just lie down onto the cushion. You can close the eyes here if you wish to, and just again is allowing the breath to be deep and slow. Just relaxing the lower back, the hips. Again, allowing your body to sink down, giving all responsibility to the earth beneath you for the relaxation. Again, make sure the shoulders are relaxed, so we're not sort of supporting the upper body with our elbows or upper arms. Good. And again, we gently come up out of the position. You can keep the bolster handy if you wish to. And we're going to now face the short end of the mat. And this time we're going to have the upper part of the left leg or the thigh parallel with the long side of the mat, and the lower part of the leg parallel with the short end of the mat that you can see. Then we bring the right knee behind the left heel, and again we want approximately 90 degrees at the ankles for the feet. And here's where the bolster comes in very handy. We're just going to fold over and come down into the position. So again, into twisted deer. And if you can come a little bit deeper, you can possibly use a block and just rest the forehead on the block, or if you can come all the way down to the mat, that's also an option. Again, here we just want to relax, feeling the stretch in the body. Try and keep the body towards the right, long side of the mat, so we don't sort of drop out to the left. So we feel this stretch, of course, in the lower back and also in the left hip. And then we're going to gently release the position. Again, face the short end of the mat. And we're simply going to change sides now. So we're now bringing the the right upper leg parallel with the long side of the mat. And the lower part of the leg parallel with the short end of the mat. Bringing now the left knee behind the right heel and lower part of the leg parallel with the long side of the mat. And again, here we can use the bolster to come down, or if you can come a little bit deeper, you can use again the block. Now, of course, it's the opposite. We want to keep the body towards the left so we don't fall out to the right. And again, we're going to feel this stretch into the lower back and the buttock and the hip on the right side. It's looking very, very good. And then we're going to gently release the position. coming up, and we're going to come to the knees at the back of the mat. You can keep the cushion if you wish to, and just bringing the legs to the side and coming to both knees. Good. Place the block off to one side maybe, and we're going to come forward with the hands again under the shoulders as we did earlier. And we're going to do the easy version of threading the needle. So we're going to move the knees out to the sides of the mat. We're going to reach forward with the right hand and place it on the mat as we practiced many times before, and left the same. And then inhale and exhale as we gently press back and bring now the left shoulder to the mat, looking out under the right arm. And again, here we just want to relax down into the left shoulder on the mat, and then introduce an extension from the top of the fingers on the right side and all the way down to the left hip. Once we're in that position, we just relax and just breathe. Again, watching the relaxation with each exhale. And then we inhale, coming up out of the position and placing the left hand parallel to the right. We then exhale again, hips and back. We then rotate the upper back to bring the right shoulder to the mat and looking out under the left arm. And once we're in the position, then finding this extension from the top of the fingers on the left side now and all the way down to the right hip. Let's try and keep the arms straight. Feel that extension all the way through the body. And then we inhale, coming up out of the position and bringing the right hand parallel to the left. Now we're going to bring the knees together in the center of the mat. Again, check that the hands are parallel with each other and the toes are pointing out. And we're just going to press back into child. So we're going to bring the forehead to the mat. And I want you to, again, try and find this extension from the top of the fingers of both hands now and all the way down to the tailbone. Good. So we inhale, coming up, and we continue forward until we come into cobra. So we press the hips forward, shoulders are going to come up over the hands and the wrists, and we just keep pressing the hips forward and looking to the top of the room. And here I want you to extend up into the position. Use the arms for support here. Try and lengthen the neck. So we're not sort of pressing the head back, we just have this gentle extension. And we inhale and exhale, and we're going to come back into the child position. So Gently back, forehead comes down, find the extension from the top of the fingers to the tailbone. And inhale, coming up. Exhale, forward with the hips down towards the mat. Hold the extension in the shoulders. Just take a few breaths in this position. Good, very, very nice. Good. And we're going to do it one more time. So inhale and exhale back. Find the extension once more. You find you better come a little bit deeper, stomach against the upper legs here. And inhale, we come up. And exhale into Cobra one last time. Very good. Use the arms as support here. Good. Then we can bend the elbows and we're going to come all the way down to the mat. And we're going to roll over to the back. And we're going to come into happy baby. So we want to make sure that the lower back is on the mat. And just before we do the happy baby position, we're going to move both feet out to the corners of the mat and make sure that we're completely relaxed. So it's a little bit like we're doing crocodile 1, so we can just rock the hips here, making sure that we have this flexibility in the spine and just relaxing the arms out to the sides. Again, we want to feel that we have the support from the earth beneath us. Good, so we're going to bring the feet together in the center of the mat. Arms along the side of the body, and we're going to bring both feet into the buttocks. Then we're going to pull the knees into the chest with the stomach muscles and separate the knees. So we bring both arms to the center between the knees, and we're just going to catch the outside of the feet here. And then lift the lower legs towards the top of the room. Now here we usually rock the body side to side or backwards and forwards, but I want you to encourage you today to just try and snake the spine a little bit. So we're just allowing this gentle softness in the spine. And as we do this, you'll find that the neck gets more and more involved with the actual movement that we're doing. Then just relax. And now we're going to bend the elbows. So we're now pulling the knees down towards the mat. You can feel this soften in the lower back. Try and bring the lower back as close to the mat as possible at the same time. And then again, just straighten the arms, still holding the feet. And again, we just snake the spine a little bit. Just feel this softness all the way up through the spine and all the way up to the back of your head. Good. Now we're going to bring both feet down to the buttocks. We're going to keep the knees apart at the moment, and I want you to shift the hands now to your ankles. So you can bring the thumbs as much behind the ankle as possible, the fingers in front, and we then drop the feet down towards the mat, coming into reclined bound angle pose. Keep the soles of the feet together here. And you can feel the stretch in the shoulders. Again, here we want to avoid arching the back and trying to keep the lower back as much as possible in contact with the mat. There will be a little arch in the lower back, just so that doesn't become too exaggerated. For the guys out there, this is also very good for the prostate. Have good circulation through the prostate gland. Sometimes in the beginning you get a little bit tired in the arms, so you can just sort of lift the knees up towards your shoulders again, take a new grip on the ankles, and then again go back into the position. This is, of course, if you're getting tired in the position. You can gently pull up on the pelvic floor here. Allow the shoulders to relax just that little bit more. And then once again we can lift the knees. You can release the ankles now, bringing the knees together in the center and placing both feet back onto the mat. Good. So just to check the lower back is completely in contact with the mat, we press the feet gently down into the mat, so we're just sort of lifting the lower back away from the mat, and place the lower back onto the mat. Then slide the left heel out to the corner of the mat, and then the right as we come into Savasana, and just completely relax. Can close the eyes if you wish to. And if it feels comfortable to do so, you can bring bolster to the back of the knees. Maybe have a cushion under your head. And just completely aware of the support from the earth beneath you once more. Feeling the support from the back of your heels to the back of your head. Each point of contact between your body and the surface beneath you. And we're going to come into today's relaxation meditation. It's a third eye meditation. So making sure that you're as comfortable as possible. Watching the breath, the gentle rise and fall of your body. If you haven't done so already, gently closing the eyes and just watching the breathing just for a few more moments. Be aware of the sounds that surround you. And even if the eyes are closed, be conscious of the space that you are in. Be conscious of the body and how the floor is supporting your body. The contact and the space between the body and the floor. Open your mind to the concept of space and gradually expanding this space until you are comfortable and completely relaxed. Now imagine that you are sitting on top of the world. You are completely alone, with simply a vast expanse of empty space surrounding you. It can be light or dark, whichever feels more natural for you in this moment. Imagine now 2 points of light on each big toe. 2 balls of bright white light on the top of each big toe. These 2 intense balls of light then travel through both feet, arriving at your ankles. The 2 points of light now travel up through the lower legs to your knees, and then up and through the thighs to your hips. The 2 points of light stay here just for a short while, as if resting. Then both points of light travel in towards the base of your spine, where the 2 points of light become 1 point of light. This now single point of light travels up through the lower back, middle of the back, and to the upper back, resting for a short time again between your shoulders. The single point of light now travels up through the neck and to the base of your skull, before traveling up the back of your head, until it becomes parallel with a small point between your eyebrows. It then travels forward through your mind, through the center point of your mind, and continuing forward until it reaches just beyond the outside of the point between your eyebrows. This place or point is known as the third eye, or seat of the mind. With the eyes closed, look up to this point with both eyes. And if you feel comfortable, you can even roll back your tongue and place it in the roof of your mouth. From the place of the third eye, you will be able to connect to the infinite consciousness that surrounds and holds everything in the entire universe. A vast field of wisdom of everything that has been and everything that will be. It is much like a drop of water joining the ocean immediately becomes the ocean. As you join the universal field of consciousness, you immediately become the infinite consciousness. Wherever you are, remember you are the center point of your universe. And you have the right to be there, being completely peaceful with yourself. You are not your body, and you are not the breath, and you are not your mind. You are the connection and the center point of everything that surrounds you. You are not separate from the consciousness. You are the consciousness. Breathe in this connection, allowing it to travel through every cell of your being. As you breathe out, deepen your awareness. It is not to do, it is only to watch. What comes to you is unique to you and just for you. Relax, rest, and rest again, just for a while until I speak again. There are no limitations in this awareness. View everything from a place without the mind, body, or form, melting and dissolving into the consciousness. Let go. Let go of judgment. Let go of who you think you are. Let go of ego. Let go of attachment. You are 100% self. Aware and simply watching. Now relaxing the tongue and the muscles surrounding your eyes. Bring your attention and awareness back to your body. The breath and the earth supporting you simply because you are here. still with your eyes closed. Become completely conscious of the space that you are in. And outside this space, reach out with your heart and feelings to everything outside. The trees, animals, your loved ones, the grass, the earth, water, air, and even fire. Give yourself the space to feel these connections and the happiness this brings you. You are not just walking around on this world. You are part of this world. You are a unique individual. You are connected to everything and everyone. Namaste. When you are ready, slowly, gently, and as beautifully as possible, please come to a sitting position so that we may finish together. And we can bring the hands together in front of the third eye, and then bring them down in front of your heart. And once again this week, I want you to thank yourself for taking the time to be with yourself. As we take a deep breath in and exhale forward. Inhaling as we come up and exhaling the hands to the knees. Have a beautiful day or a beautiful evening, and of course I will see you next week. Bye-bye for now. So next time we're going to be focusing on hips and lower back. So we all have a great day every day.